In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the square version of the African flower motif. I will be using a 4mm crochet hook. You can change the size of your hook depending on what size you want your square, and you will be needing 4 different colors. I'm going to be using a light purple, a dark purple, a light pink, and white. To begin round 1, we'll start with a magic circle. So take that yarn, wrap it around your fingers, reach through, bring up your loop, and we'll start with a chain 3, which will count as a double crochet. And now we'll do 1 double crochet into that magic circle and chain 1. Now you'll do 2 double crochets into the magic circle and chain 1. 2 double crochet into the magic circle and chain 1. So that gives us 3 groups of 2. We're going to do that one more time. So 2 double crochet and chain 1. Now you'll grab that tail and pull to close up the hole, and then to join, you're just going to slip stitch into the top of that beginning chain 3 and tie off. Cut your yarn and remember to weave in those ends. For round 2, I'm switching to my dark purple, and we're going to join the yarn in one of the chain 1 spaces and start with a chain 3, which will count as a double crochet. And now we're going to do a double crochet into that same chain 1 space. And then we'll chain 1, do 2 more double crochets into that space, and then move to the next chain 1 space, do 2 double crochet, 1 and a 2. Now you'll chain 1 and do 2 more double crochets into that same space. Move to the next chain 1 space and do your 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets into that space. I've got 1 more chain 1 space here, so 2 double crochets into the chain 1 space, chain 1, and then 2 more double crochets into that space. And then to finish, we're going to slip stitch to the top of that beginning chain 3, and do not cut your yarn yet because we will continue to use the purple in the next round. For round 3, we're going to come here to this first chain 1 space and do a slip stitch and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this chain 3 will count as a double crochet. And so into the same space that you just worked, you're going to do 6 double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so counting that first chain 3, that gives us 7 stitches here. And now we'll move to this next chain 1 space and do 7 double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then the remaining 2 chain 1 spaces, you'll do 7 double crochet. So when you move to this next chain 1 space, you'll do 7 double crochet, then move to the next chain 1 space and do 7 double crochet. And here I've come to the end of my round, and to join, we're going to do a slip stitch into the top of that beginning chain 3, and then tie off and cut the yarn and weave in the ends. For round 4, I'm switching to my light pink yarn, and I'm going to go into the first stitch of one of our 7 double crochet groups here and attach the yarn, chain 1 to secure, and then we're going to do a single crochet into that same stitch. And now we'll do 6 more single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that gives us a total of 7. And now we're going to do a double crochet, but we're not going into this top part. We're going to come down here to round 2. So yarn over, bring your hook down and go into that space in round 2 and do your double crochet. Now we'll do 7 single crochet. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's time for another double crochet. So yarn over, come all the way down to this space in round 2 and do your double crochet, and then 7 more single crochet. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We'll do another double crochet. So come down to this space in round 2 and do your double crochet. And now 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And do one final double crochet. And then to finish the round, we're just going to slip stitch into that very first single crochet that we did and tie off, cut the yarn, and weave in the ends. For round 5, I'm switching to the white yarn, and I'm going to attach it in the first stitch of one of our 7 single crochet sections. So here's our double crochet. I'm going to go to the first one to the left and attach my yarn. And then we're going to start with a chain 3 which will count as a double crochet. Now you're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. There's 1 and a 2. Now we're going to do our first corner. So do 1 double crochet, chain 1, and then another double crochet into that same stitch. And that's our first corner. Now we're going to do 7 double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it's time for our next corner. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet. Now we'll do 7 double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Time for another corner. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet into that same stitch. Now we'll do another 7 double crochets, 1 more corner, and then I'll meet you at the end of this corner. And here I have finished my final corner. I now will just do 4 double crochets to finish this side of the square. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So counting those 4, the chain 3 and the 2 double crochets, that gives us 7 for that side. And to finish, we're just going to slip stitch into the top of that beginning chain 3 and tie off the yarn. Weave in the ends, and probably have to stretch it out and shape it a little bit. But there is our Square African Flower Motif.